Good day. My name is Tony Davenport, and I'm a school-trained exercise physiologist that would later become the lead neurologic rehab specialist for paralysis exercise recovery facility for over 9 years that will then discover into my life and uses the benefits of pulse electromagnetic field therapy. This journey came by way of vendors coming to the facility that I once worked at, and we had a device there that did shockwave therapy, and that device had its efficacy in helping people with their orthopedic matters and some neurologic and sensory matters. Then I discovered the SCANAR device along with Avazia frequency-specific microcurrent, which took me down this pathway in electromedicine to discovering what devices can I afford to buy to help improve my clients' outcomes, which really brought me to pulse electromagnetic field therapy. So to date, my business name, Kinetic Touch Medical Massage. Kinetic touch means kinetic energy from physics, which I have adored over the years. And I've been able to use electromedicine ingrained with my medical massage practice. So while I was the lead of the Paralysis Recovery Center, I also went to massage therapy school. From there, I was able to get advanced training in orthopedics, advanced training in microcurrent, advanced training in instrument-assisted tissue manipulation. So I started, as you can see, 5 of my certs over my head. There are more around the walls here in this room, and not all of them are hanging, but the thing is I continued my education deeper to help improve my client outcomes because I saw a distinct need for it. So with pulse electromagnetic field therapy, as it offers, the first device that I was able to purchase was the Earth Pulse, but the Earth Pulse is a magnet that I sleep with. Now my wife currently uses it. But the second one I bought that's pretty impressive as well is the Flex Pulse. The Flex Pulse is a small device, obviously you see here. It charges on the wall, and then you use the battery internally. I have a headband or this band to attach it to any part of the body, and then you have 2 2-inch paddles that can be placed anywhere on the body. This emits 200 gauss, or if you run both paddles, it will be 100 gauss per paddle. So the point being is I use this specifically in stroke rehab. One of my clients has sustained a hemorrhagic stroke. I use this on his brain around the area, the affected area on the right hemisphere. And I use manual therapy practices to keep his tissues on the affected side, his left side, healthy and supple and pliable. So now he's walking. He's doing more, and he's 71. So he's doing stuff that neurologists said he'd never do. He's doing stuff, he's impressing PTs or physical therapists, occupational therapists, and neurosurgeons when he goes and talks to them for his follow-ups or any other thing he has going on. He's in a better place physically because of the work I've done and utilizing the Flex Pulse on his brain to help heal that neural tissue. Now, the third device I bought was the Biobalance. I fell in love with this device because one, its price point meets my budget. It's a third of the cost of many of the competitors out there, and this device has more gauss that it emits, but you have the ability to control the amount of energy it emits. So if I want to run the device on 50% of its power or 10% of its power, I simply can. So the other thing is the main control unit plugs into the wall and runs off of AC, and it comes with the conversion plugs for international standards and plugs in the wall. This device has an internal battery that I can run it right now, not plugged into the wall, run both mats. So that's the beauty of it. So I'm just gonna select balance, and get to the point where I can decrease and increase the percentage of its energy, literally down to 1%, up to 100% of 10 gals for the pillow pad, 5 gals for the whole body mat. So I can run 1%. That means I can run low, slow, and go as we need to keep healing the microcirculation at a steady pace. Or I can run it 100%. So you just got to know practitioner-wise when it's good and when it's not good to run too much energy too fast. And I can select up to 12 hours from as little as 15 minutes. So, 10 minutes. My apologies. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you get into the hour. You go upwards from 15, 20. You go in 5-minute increments till you get to 1 hour, and then after that, it's in hour increments all the way up to 12 hours. So you have such diversity in dynamics of using the device. That's why I chose it over some of the other competitors who are out there who had, kind of I'd seen first. And again, this device in its total was $2,450 US dollars. So that helped me get into the device. And I primarily use it under my fitted sheet on my bed for sleep. It helps me to sleep. I do have sleep apnea, but I don't use a CPAP machine as long as I have this running. So sometimes I use a CPAP just in conjunction, depending on, I might have something else bothering me, keeping me awake, that I'll use the CPAP to help me get into that deeper sleep. But ideally, if I'm not hurt or if I'm not achy or pain or nothing like that, then I'm able to fall asleep naturally with just this running. Now, this brings us to the whole category of pulse electromagnetic field therapy. Pulse electromagnetic field therapy, or PEMF, or PEMF, as some people will refer to it, can help with, say, diabetes. So diabetic ulcers. It'll help the tissue heal faster. Why? You're improving circulation. It's pulsing a magnetic wave through the tissues. The tissues replenish, our cells are able to regenerate and replenish. Now, we still have to have good diet, and we have to have raw materials to rebuild tissue. But if you're doing that and you're using pulse electromagnetic field therapy, you can heal a diabetic ulcer. If you have some other condition, heart disease, or just in general, we're talking general broad brush ailments that, malaria. You can have anything affecting your body, and with the right complementary care, use of pulse electromagnetic field therapy will help improve your body's ability to repair itself. That is what it is good for. Now, it has FDA approvals in the United States for many things, one of them being bone health, so you can deal with aging women. You can deal with people who have broken bones. You can do a number of things with pulse electromagnetic field therapy, and the reason for that is you have devices like this, which are considered resonance devices, and then you have devices that are considered pulsing devices. And a pulsing device will then pulse a wave through you, help those cells vibrate at their relative frequencies for function, and then they do their jobs better. What that ultimately comes down to is cell waste gets out of the cell, nutrients get into the cell, heavy metals get stripped away from the surface of the cell, and the cell functions better. And cells functioning better affect organs affect the tissues, and then, vice versa. I got it backwards. Cells affect the tissues affect the organs affect systemically what's going on, and then you have this overall better well-being in the individual living with. So there is hope, because now it just depends on what power of the device you need to deal with the specific conditions you have. So once again, I'm Tony Davenport, and I'm thankful for you to watch this video. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at kinetictouchmedicalmassage@gmail.com. Again, that's kinetictouchmedicalmassage@gmail.com. Or you can reach my Instagram page at kinetic_touch, or my Facebook business page, Kinetic Touch Medical Massage.